Hi, my name is Karen Wiener from the New Wheel Electric Bikes, and today I am joined by Paul, who is one of our fantastic salespeople here in Larkspur Landing, Marin County. Paul, thank you so much for taking the time to join me.
You're welcome, my pleasure.
We are today going to be talking about the Stromer ST3, the 2019 answer to the Stromer experience. As I think everybody knows, we're big Stromer fans. You actually ride a Stromer.
Yes, I do, and enjoying it.
And how long have you been riding that bike, and what do you love about it?
I have been riding my Stromer for almost 2 years now, and have put on thousands of miles, and only 1,000 miles on my automobile.
And what are the best features of living with a Stromer, would you say?
Mainly the comfort, the quietness of the bike itself, the ability to get places quicker than my automobile, and the ease at which I can park it.
The ST3 is based on the innovations, the geometry of the ST5. Mm-hmm. When you get on the ST3, in what ways is it different?
Well, on the ST3, I really believe it's more of a comfort position with the handlebars. It's not as aggressive, it's a little more comfort. So when I've ridden it, which I've ridden a 37-mile ride not long ago, it was really comfortable.
Stromer will actually have a number of different options in terms of handlebar positioning. Mm-hmm. So they're coming out with a stem that is a little bit higher than this one, that'll get a rider more upright, and then one that's a little bit more aggressive and lower to the ground as well.
That's another beautiful thing on Stromer. It doesn't just fit one person. We can put someone on a Stromer ST3 that's 5'2", 5'3", up to 6'3", 6'4". So, you know, the frame sizes, the way the geometry is, it's really nice that they are adaptable.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the Stromer ST3 comes, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it comes in the comfort frame, medium, large, and extra large?
In an extra large,
yeah.
Correct.
So a significant change in these bicycles is the wheel size. So we're going from a 26-inch wheel, that is the diameter of the actual wheel, to a 27.5, which really changes the ride feel from what I've experienced.
On a longer ride for about an hour and a half, I realized that it was more of a comfortable ride than the 26-inch tire. Mm-hmm. It's a thicker tire. The composite on it seems to be a little more sturdy. So when you're riding, you feel like you're really part of the road. And I've noticed that you pretty much can run over anything with these 27.5 inch and not really feel it. So you have control, and it seems like it sticks on the road better, especially in the rain.
So the bike has Stromer's new Omni on it, which features a color screen and Bluetooth capabilities. It's pretty sweet. I mean, when you're riding these bikes, you just walk up to the bike, it unlocks because it senses your phone. Mm-hmm. And you ride away.
It also has the anti-theft system on it. It's really nice. It does a couple things that are really nice to have. It locates your bike, first of all. It comes with a free Omni app on your phone, so you can always detect where it is anywhere in the world. Also, it does lock up the rear wheel once you turn the lock on if you were trying to roll it away. And thirdly, it also has the flashing lights, and it says theft when it's in theft mode. So the Omni will flash, the lights will flash, the brake lights, everything flashes, so it's obvious someone's trying to steal it. So it's a nice system.
And it works. We've had lots of bikes recovered.
Yes, every bike that I've heard about that was stolen has been recovered.
One of the features I really enjoyed about the new Bluetooth capabilities of the bike is that I don't even need keys to unlock the battery. You just walk up, you push the unlock button, push the button, and bam, your battery's out. There's no fishing around in your pocket to find the key. It's super awesome. On the stem on this bike, you can actually clip your phone in as well. Isn't that the case? So you've got the ability to use the Omni if you want, use your phone for mapping, that sort of thing.
It's easy to install, and you're golden. As well as you can plug in your USB and charge the phone at the same time. So it's a nice little feature right here. And it just stays right on the bike.
The new headlight, I guess, is 900 lumens in the high beam feature.
Correct. That is a high beam and low beam attachment for this light. So it's a really bright 900 lumen light, but also a wide field of range. as well as the braking light on this Stromer ST3.
Thank you for bringing brake lights to the United States. They've been the law for a long time in Europe. Many of the accessories are similar to old Stromers. You've got really rock solid fenders that just do not cause problems, a great rear rack that takes 25 kilos of cargo. But then there are things like the ergon grips that give you, I think, just added confidence at speed because they're so comfortable. The TRP brakes, which are pretty sweet. It's a quad piston brake. They're highly adjustable in terms of how your hand sits on the lever. And it's a hydraulic disc brake, so it's got amazing stopping power. But the other thing that is really, really neat is that on the app, you can adjust how the brake sensor that's attached to the brake lever actually makes the motor help you brake. And that's called regenerative braking. And you can make your regenerative braking really strong, meaning the motor does a high percentage of the actual stopping, or you can turn it down so that more of the stopping power is provided by your brake pads. Now, the thing that I found is that regen really reduced the amount of brake pad I went through. So I could do a ton of commuting without having to do any service on my bike. That's just a feature that I will always love about a hub motor, and specifically about the hub motor integration and the sophistication of the Stromer system.
The mechanical wear on the bike is very minimal. I just had mine checked recently, and at 3,900 miles, my brake pads look brand new. I use the regen feature constantly. Live on a 300-foot hill, I use it all the way down. Yeah, so I mean, they have done such a great job at integrated everything, and everything we talked about, you can't even see it. It's just stealth, but it's there, and you know it, and you have it at your fingertips.
The Stromer is, I think, truly the closest e-bike to a vehicle. I mean, it is not a bicycle, it's a vehicle.
It is.
It's used by customers as a vehicle. These are people typically who, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I know, it's people who either love going fast, need to go long distance, sometimes are, motorcycle riders in their past lives. Often there's a loved one in their life that doesn't want them to ride motorcycles anymore, so this is the next best option.
That's correct.
Or just have a basic need for speed, which was my case.
Customers that I have been lucky to work with have done just that. Reduced their cars. They've had 2 cars, now they have 1. I had a customer actually go to the Porsche dealer, drop his Porsche off. They drove him here on a courtesy drive, picked up his Stromer, and bicycled home. And he no longer has his Porsche, no longer has a car. His Porsche is now the ST3. And as you alluded to also, this same person, was a former motorcycle rider.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so he has a need for speed. He loves the motorcycle feel, and he doesn't want to have another car. So he gets to work, it's 18 miles each way. He just loves his bike.
Often, weekend rolls around and I ask Paul what he's done, and he's gone out on a ride with a friend.
That's right. If you got the glide, you got to go ride.
So come into the new wheel. Come for a test ride with Paul or myself. We would love to host you and love for you to feel the magic of the ST3.
That's right. Thank you.
La 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 la.